What is up, ladies and gentlemen, and beautiful people of the Crasher community? How are you guys doing today? We're back with a new video on the channel. Thank you very much for tuning on in, you absolute legends. And ladies and gentlemen, it has been quite some time since we have last talked about YouTube. And oh boy howdy, what we're going to be getting into here is going to be big and it's going to be bumpy. So let's begin with this. YouTube restricts certain gaming content for being too violent ahead of GTA 6 release. YouTube has announced a new policy change for graphic gaming content that will age restrict games for being too violent ahead of GTA 6's release. YouTube has always had policies prohibiting graphic and violent content on the platform, but as of November 17th, those rules will start applying to video games as well. On October 28th, the Google-owned video platform announced a series of changes on the way, including stricter rules on online gambling content and a ban on ads or promotions involving gambling with digital items such as Counter-Strike 2 skins. Among those updates are new changes for video games, and it sounds like GTA 6 will definitely be affected by these rules. In a blog post, YouTube announced how the changes will work and when they will apply. We will age restrict an additional small subset of video game content featuring realistic human characters that focuses on scenes of torture or scenes of mass violence against non-combatants, they explained. This would naturally include plenty of Grand Theft Auto videos, as players often upload clips of themselves mowing down waves of civilians before escaping police after acquiring a maximum wanted level. According to YouTube, several factors will be used when considering whether the content will be age restricted, including if the graphic scene is sustained, if the violence is zoomed in, or the main focus of the video, and if the characters are realistic. Content uploaded before November 17th, 2025 that violates these guidelines may be removed or age restricted, but it will not result in a strike. Remember, age-restricted videos can stay on your channel for 18-plus audiences, the platform advised. In a statement to Dexerto, a YouTube spokesperson said these changes are intended to keep younger viewers safe. YouTube's policies are designed to adapt to the evolving digital world, and these updates reflect our ongoing commitment to protect younger users and foster a responsible platform, they said. With GTA 6 set to take over the gaming world on May 26th, 2026, eager YouTubers excited to share their gameplay will have to keep these new rules in mind. Okay, so I wanted to give you guys the context before giving my thoughts on this, and I am mixed about this. So first things first, I am in absolute agreement when it comes to having stricter rules on online gambling content. I definitely think that content that involves and promotes gambling is something that really needs to have a strict regulation on. Because it should go without saying, gambling is bad. And while I can definitely understand policies that prohibit graphic and violent content on the platform, when we are talking about gaming content, this is where we start to tread into uncharted waters here. Like, it's one thing if we are talking about prohibition of violence and graphic content when it comes to in real life situations, but we're talking about video games here. Video games. That right there is more than context enough. We are talking about video games, not real life. So I definitely think that this right here could possibly have unintended consequences and false positives on content creators. And there's also another thing that I take issue with here. Once again, they are defaulting to the whole, think of the children, we're keeping children safe and this and that. But here's the thing, as has been demonstrated in the past, companies like YouTube don't exactly care about child safety, and there have been a lot of instances where that's been exposed. They say they care about child safety, yet what they say versus what actually happens contradict one another. And you know what? The more I get into this, the more I'm thinking about this, the more this actually doesn't sit well with me. Why would YouTube care about policing graphic gaming content when there are far worse problems out there on their own platform? Like YouTube, have you forgotten about the fact that your platform is still riddled with porn and scam ads? Like, maybe you want to deal with that shit first before suddenly pretending that you have morality and start policing violence and graphic content in video games, of all things. Like, I hope that you remember that video games, and this might come as a bit of a shocker to you, are fictional. They are not real. And also, here's another reminder, and this is more focused on the parents of these so-called younger viewers. Maybe you guys should actually start, I don't know, parenting, doing your jobs, monitoring what your kids consume online. Like YouTube, I hope you understand that we content creators, we're not babysitters. Like, anytime that there is a major update when it comes to YouTube, shit's gonna get screwy like it always does, and there's going to be false positives. But with that being said though, guys, these right here are just my own observations and my own opinions on the matter. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments. Thank you very much for watching, and take care.